crazy. It's crazy. 2 knockdowns. You saw Vergil. I mean, all credit to Vergil. Can't take anything away from him. He's a warrior, but Serhii Borachuk didn't lose that fight. He's the champion. He came in. He got 2 knockdowns. He had Vergil's face all busted up, and somehow he came out losing a fight. One judge had it a draw. I don't know what he had to do to win a round, get a knockdown to win a round that he didn't get a knockdown in.
We saw Manny complaining over there, and they had to relook.
They changed it. They changed the first round to a knockdown, so they changed it correctly. But the judging, I don't know what the judges saw. Everyone on TV.
Do you think this is Triple G all over?
It really feels like Triple G all over again. I mean, credit to Jeff. I have a good relationship with Jeff, so I'm not taking anything away from him with Jeff Mullen. But it doesn't feel right. You come in as a champion. He fights his heart out. He's fighting for his country. He gets 2 knockdowns, and he still loses his title.
What do you?
Okay, so
he got 2 knockdowns.
They
scored 2 knockdowns.
Now?
They changed the first round to a knockdown. They did it on an instant replay, and they changed it. It was clearly a punch.
I asked you earlier yesterday if is there a rematch. Apparently there isn't, because we just talked to Turkey. Maybe this fight with Crawford.
But credit to His Excellency. He was impressed by both guys. Both guys deserve to continue with big fights, so he's gonna put Serhii on one of his future shows.
Could you have seen it being a draw, Tom, or you thought definitively he won?
I thought he won. Yeah. Again, if there were no knockdowns, maybe it could have been 6-6, whatever it was. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Vergil. Vergil fought a great fight. But you look at his face. Serhii was landing more punches. You could say Vergil might have been landing harder punches, but Serhii was landing more punches and it had Vergil's face all busted up.
They said on the telecast, the Vergil's team said, you need to win these last 3 rounds.
They knew they were behind.
Right. And I didn't get to see it, but how did you see it? How did you see the fight?
The rounds were close, but you can't give every close round to Vergil. You got to give some of the rounds, because he was outworking him in some of those rounds. So, you know, you got to go back and forth on that. And with the like I said, if there were no knockdowns, okay, then whether it's a draw or whatever, Vergil wins by a point or whatever it was. But with the knockdowns, with the competitive fights, and Serhii, if you look at I'm sure he landed more punches than Vergil did.
So same as last week, last 2 rounds, finished the fight?
With Crawford? I don't know. I thought Crawford won that fight. I don't know.
But it was last 2 rounds or no?
Could have been. I don't know.
So
but there were no knockdowns in that fight.
Even with the 2 knockdowns.
The 2 knockdowns. That's 4 points to overcome. Yeah. That means you basically have to win every other round to win a decision.
What did Serhii tell you?
He thought he won. He thought he won. There, in our minds, after the second knockdown, there was no question. There were a lot of close rounds, and again, I'm not taking anything away from Vergil. Both of these guys fought a terrific fight. This is probably candidate for Fight of the Year, but the scoring just doesn't make sense.
When I asked Turkey, Tim Tszyu was in the audience, and obviously he really wanted, one of the winners, but it's going to be Crawford Vergil, and we asked about Serhii. He said, I really like him. Who would Serhii would like next if he's not going to be able to get him? I
mean, Tim Tszyu is a great fight. That's a terrific fight.
No, but Serhii said he's not working with you, right? I just want to make sure he said that right. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, there's so many names in that. There's so many names in that division.
Yeah.
There's so many names in that division. Charlo's still there. Spence is there.
Yeah.
Pandora's there.
Why do you feel you guys didn't get the decision?
I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't, like I said, it was close. And again, I don't want to. It's not Vergil's fault. It's a scoring, but you can't score every close round to one side.
How do you keep this from discouraging Serhii?